Hello, we're the Blueberry Creators. I'm Giovanni.
I'm Doug.
I'm Matt.
I'm Michael.
Our capstone project is titled Leveraging Augmented Reality. We were tasked by Dr. George Runger and Dr. Robert Atkinson to develop an augmented reality product assembly system. Our mentors for this project were Helen Chavez and Javier Gonzalez. Augmented reality is the concept of taking a live video feed and adding additional content to that feed. In our case, we're taking and adding graphics over that video feed. We're going to use these graphics to instruct the user on how to build a given assembly. So for example, if we had these two blocks on the screen, an animation would show that this block goes on top of this one. Have you ever had to assemble a set of furniture that you bought at a store? Or say, for example, putting some children's toys together? Well, oftentimes they come with a set of instructions that's graphically based on a piece of paper that shows odd angles and they're not very easy to understand. Many times they can even be confusing. Another solution for this would be to go and watch a YouTube video or an e-how on how to do an assembly. However, then you're splitting your attention. You have to watch the video and then go back to assembling whatever project you're working on. Our goal is to merge this and eliminate the split attention span by being able to have the user look at the assembly field and have a graphic overlay to see what steps need to be followed.
Our design is basically between two, algorithms and data structures. The data structures are basically encapsulated in each other. The first data structure and the biggest one is the state machine, which contains a number of object states. Each object state contains a number of blocks. The block object contains both attributes to identify the block and the connections to the other blocks. Each block has 4 connections: top, bottom, left, and right. These data structures, along with the vector of blocks that are in the screen, are fed as inputs to the feedback algorithm. The feedback algorithm gives an output in terms of text and animation to the user. The other algorithm is the learn by example algorithm. The learn by example algorithm takes in the vector of blocks in the screen along with the action from the user, being record a step or finalize the whole assembly. And then when the finalization button is clicked, a state machine is created and saved to a file.
The user can then start to assemble the blocks and stack them in the correct order. If they're stacked in the correct order, it will say down here that the blocks are in the correct assembly order.
So what we just saw was some videos regarding our previous semester's work. Now are going to be some videos regarding this semester's progress and some of the changes we made.
The changes we made was moving our program from Java to C++. And we added animations for better user feedback, changed the tracking algorithm from RGB values to hue and saturation, and also added surf for object detection.
Here's a demonstration of our mid-semester program, where we combined our HSV color and surf object recognition capabilities to construct a Lego car. The first step is to connect the red Lego piece to the top of the blue Lego car. Next, we connect the green Lego piece to the front of the car. After this is completed, we connect the blue Lego glass piece to the top of the car. The final step is to connect the Lego girl to the top of the car. After this is completed, the user is displayed that the assembly is complete. For the second half of the semester, our focus was on implementing the Learn by Example part of the program, where an expert teaches the user how to complete an assembly by recording the steps of the assembly process. In this example, the expert will be constructing a cross consisting of different colored blocks. Each time the expert adds a block to the assembly, they click the Record Step button, which adds a state to the state machine to be constructed. Once all the states have been recorded, the expert clicks Finish Recording, enters a name for the assembly, and also enters a name for the accompanying text file where the assembly is saved. After an expert has recorded an assembly, the tab can be switched to Transfer to Tutor mode, where a user can select an assembly file to open. Let's have the user open back up the cross assembly we created. The user is displayed the name of the current assembly, which was named cross. Once the user has placed all the assembly pieces into the webcam view, the next step may be pressed. The user is shown animations and provided text instructions for how to complete the assembly. Once all steps have been completed, the user is shown that the assembly is complete. Good job, user.
So what lessons did we learn in this project? Well, first, we learned about communication, both with our sponsors and with each other. In order to have effective communication between each other, we needed to make sure each of us was on the same page. Also, porting our project from Java to C++, we ran into a number of issues. While Java obscures many of the memory management issues for our program, C++ makes this readily apparent to us, and we had to make sure we didn't do anything that broke our program. Also, time management was a major issue for us. As many of us are graduating this semester, time management was a huge issue because we were both looking for jobs, worrying about our schoolwork, and worrying about our project. So we needed to make sure all of us was on the same page. We'd like to thank both our mentors, Helen Chavez and Javier Gonzalez Sanchez, as well as our sponsors, Dr. Robert Atkinson and Dr. George Ronger, as well as our professor, Dr. Deborah Callis, for all advising us on this project. Thank you for watching. We are the Blue Barracudas. See you.